In 1947, tired and weary by the never-ending controversy in Palestine, the British mandate leaves the decision regarding the Arabs' and the Jews' future in the faithful hand of the UN.
That people, now rebuilding again its national life in its ancient homeland.
The UN doesn't waste time and establishes a special committee for the Arab-Jewish issue, which has a catchy name, United Nations Special Committee on Palestine, or in short, UNSCOP. The committee works hard and eventually decides to divide the land into two countries. This decision is known by its official name as United Nations Resolution 181. They even included a map so that everything will be crystal clear for both sides. Of course, this is not the first proposal to divide the land. We already talked about a committee that convened back in 1937 under the authority of Lord Peel, you know, the Peel Committee, which recommended the division of the land into two states. That didn't quite work out. Let's get back to 1947, November 29th, to be more precise. With a majority of 33 countries in favor, 13 against, and 10 abstained, the decision is made in the UN General Assembly. There shall be an establishment of two states, one for the Jews and one for the Arabs. Simple. Or is it? This decision is made only 2 years after the end of the most terrible war in the history of mankind, World War II. This is when the reality of the enormous tragedy of 6 million Jews and the understanding that they must have a safe place to live in becomes clear. The Jewish side agrees to the plan. This recognition of the need for a national home for the Jews is considered to be a historic decision for the Jewish nation, which goes out dancing in the streets. The Arab side receives the news with strong opposition. The dividing line will be nothing but a line of fire and blood, announces Jamal al-Husseini, head of the UN Arab delegation. The opposition of the Arab side is based on several reasons. First, they claimed that the territory given to the Jews was 55% and was larger than theirs, despite them being the current majority in the land. And they are right, but the UN also calculated the expected population change in the upcoming years. The Jewish state was preparing to take in hundreds of thousands of European survivors of the war. A place had to be provided for them, and for many more Jewish immigrants who could finally have a safe place they can call home. The Arab side also claimed that if the plan is implemented, a large number of Arabs will be trapped within the territories of the Jewish state. But above all things are the principles of the Arab resistance, both religious and political, to the Jews' right to an independent state on the land of Israel. Abdul Rahman Azam, Secretary General of the Arab League, describes, "The Arabs detest the very presence of Jews in the land of Israel. According to Arabs, the Jews are a foreign organism that arrived here without their consent, an organism that refuses to adopt the Arab lifestyle and beliefs, which is a problem." This is the monument in memory of 7 murdered Jews from an Arab attack on a bus, an attack that took place the day after this historic vote. This attack marks the opening shot that ignites the War of Independence.